To today's class, we'll be looking at indices, and under indices, we would like to know the meaning of indices. Now, indices is the plural of index. Now, what does index mean? Index means power. Index means power. It means power or exponent. So index means power or exponent, and it is used in shortening long expressions. For example, if you have a times a times a times a times a, you can see how long this a is. But if I want to use indices to shorten this expression, since all of them are a, they have the same base as a, so I'll take one a. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 a's. So this is the same thing as saying a raised to power 5. So where this power 5 here is what you call index. So when you have more than one power, you call them what? Indices. So we have used index or indices to shorten this expression. Now there are laws of indices. There are several laws of indices. So we'll take them one after the other, and I'll be giving some examples so that we can understand the laws of indices. Now the first law we are going to be looking at is a raised to power, let's say b times a raised to power c. I'm using letters, which is equal to, you can see that they have the same base, right? So you take one base, then their power becomes b. Now in law of indices, multiplication means addition, so that's why we have plus c. So the answer to this is a raised to power b plus c. Now let's now use an example to explain what we have there. Example, we can have that, okay, 10 raised to power 2 times 10 raised to power 5. Now they have the same base as what? 10. So we take 1 of the 10. Our power here is what? 2. Multiplication means what? Addition, so plus 5. And our answer becomes 10 raised to power what? 10. So are you getting it now? So that's the first law of indices that deals with what? Multiplication. So the second law of indices we are going to be looking at is we are going to be taking the same thing, a raised to power b divided by a raised to power what? C. Now they have the same base, you just take 1, then power b, divide means what? Minus c. I get it now. So you need to take note of what multiplication means and what division means. So division is minus, multiplication is addition. So if I still use that same example, 10 raised to power 2 divided by 10 raised to power 5, they have the same base. So I take 110, then I have 2, divide means what? Minus 5. Are you seeing now? So this becomes 10 raised to power minus 3. Now look at it, 5 is bigger than 2, so we subtract, right? But 5 is carrying minus, so that's why it is minus 3, in case if you are not using calculator. So here is 10 raised to power what? Minus 3. We move on to the third law of indices. We have that a raised to power m over n. A raised to power m over what? N. Now in this law of indices here, this your n, which is in the denominator, becomes your root. So we have nth root of a, then your numerator becomes the power. So open brackets, then put your power as what? M. So always remember that your denominator becomes the root, while your n becomes the what? The power. So let's take an example. We have an example. Let's say 8 raised to power 2 over 3. Are you seeing now? Now your 3 here, which is denominator, becomes the root. So we have cube root of 8. Are you getting now? Then your 2 here becomes the power, raised to power 2. Are you getting? Then what does cube root mean? Cube root means find a number, that same number that you can multiply 3 times and to give you 8. So if you look at 2 times 2 is what? 4 times another 2, that's 8. So the cube root of 8 is 2. Then this is your power, raised to power 2. So 2 raised to power 2 is what? 4. Do we get the point now? 2 raised to power 2 is what? 4. So that's the answer to this question that is here, using our third law of what? Of indices. Now we have the fourth law that states that anything that is raised to power 0 is equal to what? Is equal to 1. So anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. Example, we can have 10 raised to power 0. The answer is what? 1. You can have 12 raised to power 0. The answer is still what? 1. Are you getting the point now? So anything raised to power 0, no matter what the number, is equal to what? 1. And the last one, we have a raised to power minus n. A raised to power what? Minus n. Now you can see your minus, this negative. To remove your negative in indices is 1 over. 1 over. So this minus here becomes your 1 over. Then you write the remaining things, which is a raised to power n. So this minus is your 1 over. Then a raised to power n, which is left, you put it there. And that's what we have as our answer. So we can look at an example to understand what we mean. I can be asked to look for 4 raised to power minus 2. I get it now. So I have to remove my minus first. This becomes what? 1 over. What is left? 4 raised to power what? 2. So that minus becomes 1 over. Are you getting the point now? 1 over. Then what is 4 raised to power 2? 4 raised to power 2 is multiplying 4 2 times. And if we multiply 4 2 times, we have 1 over 16. So 1 over 4 raised to power 2 is the same thing as 1 over 16.